I have yet to see pointed nut.
Pointed nuts, not round, pointed.
I'm imagining. Yes.
Yeah.
I cheated, you guys. I could see nothing.
Stop putting stuff in my nose. For my palate.
Tell me about your palace. I wouldn't move it to the enjoyable category. Right. I thought the nothing was code for it's going to be everything. Yeah. Give me the nothing, like,
right.
You know, with a shitty face, like delivers in every way.
It's amazing.
Plus some.
Yes.
Maybe you rename this double sourpuss or double sour face. Okay, yeah. I'm going to make a suggestion. Maybe this is relevant. Maybe it's not. Maybe try rounded nuts and not pointy nuts.
Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're
Gumbo Mud. We're here
for dark beer.
And today we have not something.
We have a little bit of nothing.
Nothing.
We have the nothing.
The nothing.
Nothing. It's nothing, you guys.
Which I'm sure it's something.
I'm sure it's everything.
It could be everything, yes.
But if you're confused, the legit real name is The Nothing, and this is from Smog City Brewing, and we have a Double Chocolate Imperial Stout.
Double chocolate.
Wipe your drool.
Yes. So if you watch our channel, we reviewed Smog City Coffee Porter, which is literally one of our favorite beers we've ever had. And so when we saw this beer from Smog City and it said Double Chocolate Stout,
yes,
how could you not get it? So we can't wait to review this beer. It just sounds so good. How many beers have we gotten that say double chocolate stout?
Double chocolate.
Double chocolate.
And if you did watch our coffee porter review, you saw how crazed we were over it. And I think maybe the day we did the review, they announced that this was going to be released again for the winter release. Yeah,
I think they release it once a year,
right?
From what we know, but I think that the new release was coming when we were reviewing the coffee porter. So
once we did the coffee porter, and we're like, the nothing is coming, and I said, I'm sure the nothing is everything, which is what I'm anticipating, but
we're gonna find out here really quick.
Yes, So let's bust through the intro and get to it.
Let's get to it. Yeah. Okay. So the nothing. Double chocolate.
Yes. So this is a chocolate imperial stout coming in at a 9.3. So
another reason.
Much higher than our friend, the coffee porter.
Which was what, 6.5?
6.5.
Yeah, so even we talked about the coffee porter, we wanted them to do different variations, which they're actually doing.
Yes.
Since we did the review, but to have this double chocolate at the 9.3, which is perfect in our wheelhouse.
Yes, totally.
It's great. So the description of this beer, it has aromas of raw cocoa, which we love. Mm-hmm. Pointed nuttiness. Pointed.
I have yet to see pointed nut.
I wonder why they use it pointed nuttiness.
Pointed nuts.
Pointed nuts, not round, pointed. I don't know. Pointed nuttiness is part of the description, which
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it too, right? A full-bodied black ale, with subtle chocolate cake sweetness, which again, double chocolate, you would hope.
People always mix in the chocolate factor, but to throw in chocolate cake, you better not come up short, right?
Right. Especially if you name it double chocolate.
Yeah, so. but you're just saying like chocolate or cocoa, like that's pretty vague. But to like hone in on chocolate cake, you better deliver.
Yeah, and then obviously dark chocolate, intense dark chocolate.
Yes.
Which I'm not crazy about milk chocolate. We've had some milk chocolate beers. I've had milk chocolate. I just love raw dark chocolate.
Right.
I do like dark chocolate, dark chocolate almonds, dark chocolate, a lot of things. So when they put the dark chocolate in, and it's double chocolate, I can't wait to try this beer.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so it also specifies that It's lightly roasty with a dry finish.
Which is great.
Which is good.
Yes.
You're ready for the next drink, the next beer, whatever is following.
Yeah, not lingering.
So a cocoa powder aftertaste, which is good.
Yeah.
And it just makes it extremely drinkable despite its strength, which 9.3 is not overly...
For us.
You know.
For us, it's not bad at all.
It's not, yeah.
For someone who's just starting a 9.3, it could be a lot, but for us, we drink 10s, 11, 12s, 13s.
I appreciate the warning, but you know. Yeah.
So even part of the description is like imagining drinking a cup of liquid dark chocolate.
I'm imagining, yes.
So we've gone through this before with beers. So I'm trying not to get too excited. I'm excited because the coffee porter was so good, and it's the most coffee we've ever had in any beer, and we drink a lot of coffee beers. So because of that, for them to say this about the chocolate, double chocolate, I'm expecting it to be over the top.
Yeah, our expectations are really high. But
for Smog
again,
City,
we're starting with the coffee porter, which you know, we went. I think we went 5s across the board.
God,
so
that's such a good beer, yeah.
You know, the likelihood that this is going to yield the same result, you know. I don't know, but
we'll see.
We're hopeful, and we're so excited to review this for you guys. So,
exactly. So about the brewery.
A little bit about the brewery. Founded by co-owners Jonathan and Lori Porter, husband and wife team.
Yeah.
They founded Smog City Brewing back in 2011. And they began brewing at the Test and Brew Company, and they started to distribute to restaurants and bars, and then eventually branched out from there. In 2012, they purchased their own full-scale brewing equipment, and that's, you know...
The rest is history.
Yeah, that's the birth of Smog City Brewing, so...
Yeah, I'm seeing it a lot more here in San Diego, where they were just in LA County, basically, and I'm seeing it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the coffee porter a lot. I'm even seeing some of their IPAs and pale ales at Bevmo and other places too. So obviously, if this is anything like the coffee porter, if the beer's that good, they're such a good brewery that their distribution is widening a lot, because I'm seeing them a lot now.
Yes,
so
definitely. In
2012, obviously they purchased their full scale equipment and moved to Torrance, which if you watch our other videos, you know that. And ever since then, they've just been winning awards. They have 3 different locations, 2 in Torrance, their main one, the one in Steelcraft, and then Long Beach too. So, and I even follow them on Instagram, and they've been in China, brewing beer in China.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Yeah, all these places. So Jonathan and Lori, they're just going off, which is great. And I'm hoping this beer is as good as the coffee porter, because the coffee porter is one of my favorite beers I've ever had. So yeah, you ready to try it?
So ready.
Double chocolate, chocolate. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pop it, but I'm gonna let you pour it. This is kind of a smaller bottle. I haven't seen a bottle like this before. It's a pint and 9 fluid ounces. Yeah, it's a little smaller than a bomber.
So there may be a wrestling match over who gets more.
Well, you always pour yours more than me, so I'm gonna let you pour yours. Yeah.
I cheated, you guys. I just cheated on this.
You smelled?
No, I didn't.
No.
I brought it up and then I realized. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at, I'm gonna be.
Oh, you're gonna pour mine first?
A little bit. I'm gonna cut you off, but.
Ooh, it's dark.
It's super dark.
I like that.
A nice like camel mocha head.
Mocha head.
I probably didn't give you enough.
That's okay. Yeah, I like the color of it.
Ooh,
it's really dark. It's nice. It does look like a. Oh yeah, you gave yourself way more.
No,
oh my God, not even close.
You get to.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you guys, this looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. I really like the label too. The Smog City logo is kind of fainted in the background. It almost looks like they released this in the winter. It almost looks like a horror kind of movie, The Nothing. Right. It almost sounds like a M. Night Shyamalan, whatever his name is.
Whoa.
The producer.
You lost me.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's done a lot of movies anyway.
I thought it was a map.
Did you?
I thought it
No,
was
that's
a map
the tree.
with
That's
like
their logo.
destinations.
Yeah.
No, I know their logo, but I was not seeing that.
It's cool. It's
I couldn't see nothing. I could see nothing.
You couldn't see anything.
I couldn't see nothing.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully I'm not tasting nothing, right?
The appearance looks great. It's dark.
Yes.
It's super dark when you poured it. You poured mine obviously a little thicker, but the head looks great. It looks thick and soapy, like you like to like to use. But bubbles, all different size bubbles.
Yes.
Caramel head, mocha, even more mocha than caramel, right?
Yeah, I almost think it's like almost like a camel color head. You know, it looks. You have more than I do, but it looks really good, really dark, thick. It doesn't look watered down at all.
No, and it poured thick for it's obviously a brown ale, but yeah. So what do you give appearance?
I'm starting appearance, and I like it. I'm giving it a 5 on appearance.
Yeah, you poured mine a little thicker, and it looks really good. It looks dessert-like, right?
Yeah, it really does.
It really does. It's
I don't
creamy.
have nearly as much head as you, but that looks.
Right?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm with you. I give it a 5. When it poured, it looked really dark, which I always like. And at 9.3, it almost looked even more darker, like almost like 11 or 12 pouring it, but it looked really dark. The lacing looks great. The lacing is clinging. Not a ton of lacing, but it does cling to the glass. It looks really good. It looks soapy. It
looks like a lot of carbonation.
It looks good. So,
on yours.
Yeah. So aroma?
Okay. I know I brought it up, but I really didn't get anything, so this is the true.
Now, they say double chocolate. I would think with double chocolate, you want to smell chocolate.
I am. Chocolate. I'm getting chocolate. I'm getting like a fudgy.
Ooh. I like that.
If you're making brownies, the fudge batter.
Yes.
A slight, and I don't love licorice, but I'm getting a slight hint of like a black licorice.
Okay.
But it's primarily, I'm not even getting like coffee. Like as much as our coffee porter is just in your face coffee, I'm not getting coffee here. It's primarily chocolate with just a little bit of the licorice
sweet licorice
undertone.
Or something.
Yeah, but I am so not. It smells really good. It smells really good to me. And usually when there's chocolate, there's vanilla. Like they kind of go hand in hand in the baking world. So maybe like just the slightest vanilla, which is probably going to be more pronounced on the taste. But what do you think?
I'm getting the licorice.
You are?
I'm not getting chocolate.
Sometimes I feel like I put flavors in
my mind?
In your nose.
In my nose?
You know what I mean?
Stop putting stuff in my nose. No, I'm not getting any chocolate at all.
Really?
At all.
I really do.
Well, if it is the chocolate, it's not sweet chocolate.
No, it's
It's a bitter chocolate.
It is.
But I'm smelling more of like some kind of.
It's a raw, which is unsweetened chocolate.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting much.
Really?
That's
You get
for my palate. My palate.
Tell me about your palace.
I'm not getting any coffee or roasted espresso or any these kind of flavors they talked about. I'm getting some kind of, I wouldn't say it's licorice. You said licorice. It's some kind of like candy-ish licorice kind of.
Is it dark fruit? Because it's
yes, right.
Yeah, it's a mix between licorice and dark fruit for me, which.
I'm not getting no chocolate though.
To me, it's misplaced. Like it just doesn't go in beer to me. But
yeah, I'm not getting no chocolate though.
Okay, so you're not loving.
Well, it's the bitter. If it is chocolate, it's the bitter chocolate, which I'm expecting. When you say chocolate cake and double chocolate, I'm expecting that kind of sweetness.
Sweet aroma of a chocolate cake in your oven.
In your oven. So, what do you give aroma?
I like it. I definitely get chocolate primarily, and then just a little bit of the licorice, which I don't love. So that brings me to a 4.
Okay.
But yeah, overall I like it. I'm not getting anything.
Okay. Yeah.
The licorice is just like the smallest touch of it. So
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad, but it's not good. I know it sounds bad, but I want double chocolate. I want chocolate. I'm not getting chocolate. If anything, I'm getting that baker's chocolate that we always talk about. That's not sweet. And I think that's where your licorice kind of is coming through.
I think so too.
But I'm not smelling like a chocolate cake or like a double chocolate or like oh my God, someone's baking cookies or baking a cake. I'm not getting any of that
within seconds.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of it.
I'm a baker, so within seconds of putting a chocolate cake in the oven, the aroma is bumping like throughout.
Well, even when you mix the batter, you can smell the batter before you put it in the oven, but especially when you put it in the oven.
Yeah, that's what really brings it out once it starts to cook, like to any level. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the aroma is disappointing me because it's not only chocolate, it's double chocolate, and I want to smell chocolate. I'm not smelling chocolate. So, so taste.
All right, I'm nervous on this one.
Yeah, I really want a heavy chocolate, and I'm not getting it.
I like it.
You like it? Good. Yeah.
So, okay.
I just wish I was getting that baker's kind of the like chocolate chip cookie or cake sweetness, and I'm not getting it.
I like the taste too.
Okay, what are you getting?
I still get the chocolate. Thankfully, I don't get any licorice.
Good.
It's not as sweet as I would like. Again, not only being chocolate, but double chocolate. I expected something really sweet and decadent.
Right.
I'm not getting that, but I am getting a chocolate vanilla combo. You know, it's not outstanding, but it's a nice blend.
And like we talked early in this video, they were just coming out with this version again. There's no date stamped on this, so I'm thinking this was last year's. So, because it's last year's, the chocolate flavors could have dissipated.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm presuming, because if you're going to name it double chocolate, it should be pretty strong chocolate, and that's what I'm not getting. So, but you're not getting licorice, which is good.
No, I enjoy it. I really do. I like it. It's super drinkable. It's smooth, but I just can't say that it's double chocolate or the sweetness you would anticipate with anything labeled double chocolate.
Yeah. So what I'm getting, it obviously doesn't say double sweet chocolate. It just says double chocolate. I'm getting chocolate now, but I'm getting that baker's chocolate that has no sugar in it at all.
Yes.
No sweetness, no nothing. It's almost like
it's just the raw like cocoa powder or raw baker's chocolate.
Yes, it's almost like drinking a coffee that has chocolate in it and you haven't added any sugar or stevia or anything in it. It's like it's chocolate, but it's very bitter, and that's what I'm getting. And I want sweet.
I know,
but it is chocolatey.
Yes,
like the taste is chocolatey to me, but it is that baker's chocolate with no sweetness at all.
Yeah,
I'm not getting no sweetness. You? Yeah, none.
No, it's more of a dry finish, which is okay with me. It's slightly bitter. It's slightly bitter for me, not over the top.
It's not over the top, but it's heavy bitter for me.
Yeah, a little too much.
I'm not getting no licorice at all, which is great because I hate licorice. Any kind of licorice.
I really do too.
I hate it. But it's bitter. And for my palate, it's bitter.
Yeah.
So it's the bitter chocolate. So I think it's chocolate. It's just bitter. Very bitter, which I don't like bitter. If you watch our channel, I don't like bitter. So what do you give the taste?
You know, I think I'm going with a 4. Like I'm definitely going to drink this whole beer.
Right.
I'd be open again to having the newest batch of it because you know that always affects the outcome. So I think I'm a little more for it than you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good. Like it's not great. It's not, you know, it's not mind blowing, but it's a good, smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to give this a 2.5. I can't give it a 3 because of the bitterness. The bitterness is lingering, and I don't like bitter. I'm expecting a double chocolate to be sweet, and they could be a double chocolate bitter, right? That's, you know, it is chocolate, but
depends on the person and their preference. But
yeah, I'm gonna give it 2.5 because I think it's almost like a chocolate bitter. It's not a double chocolate. Like even a double chocolate bitter would be even stronger bitter, but it just finishes bitter for me.
Well, if you're gonna throw, if you just say chocolate, like chocolate can be interpreted in a lot of ways. There's bitter chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate, dark chocolate, baker's chocolate.
Right.
But when you actually take chocolate to the cake level,
yes,
you don't make a cake without adding the sweetness. So if you're going to throw the chocolate cake reference out there,
it's got to be sweet.
You got to back that ass up. You got to deliver, like you have to deliver.
Yeah.
You can't just, there is no cake out there that's a bitter,
right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, they're all sweet. Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, here's your cake.
Here's
and
your
the
bitter
kids
cake. Yeah.
gagging because it's unsweet.
I agree. Yeah, it's just bitter for me. That's why I gave it 2.5. I couldn't quite even give it a 3 because I couldn't drink this beer. You know, I'm going to drink it for here because I want to take it in fully, but it's really bitter for my palate. So
it's not that bitter to me, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't move it to the enjoyable category.
Right.
Like
cake.
It's just
chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's definitely nowhere in the realm of a chocolate cake category.
Yeah.
Or a dessert stout or
dessert pastry or
an after dinner drink. Like it's just not like.
Yeah. So what do you think about the texture? It's a 9.3%.
Yeah, it seems a little light to me.
Me too.
For a 9.3. Yeah. Not overly creamy or thick or decadent. So I'm kind of sticking with my 4 rating on texture. Okay. Like just, you know, a little above average, you know, a little more than middle of the road, but you know, it's underwhelming.
Yeah, 4. No, I have to give the texture a 3 because it's a 9.3. You could have told me this was a 6 or even a 7. I'd be like, yeah. It's a little water for me. It's not a 9 or even 9.3 or close to a 10 to me. Yeah. Like we referenced our coffee porter is a 6.5. That tastes thicker to me than this.
I know, it does me too.
Yes, and so for me, that's a 6.5. This is 9.3, and this tastes almost the same or lighter. So I can't give it more than a 3. I'm going to stick right there in the middle of the road, a 3, because it doesn't taste like a 9 to me. It's not thick or creamy. What you want, especially in a double chocolate, you want thick and creamy double chocolate sweet stout. Sure. So yeah. So what about the finish?
Okay, on to the finish. So as I mentioned before, I thought the nothing was code for it's going to be everything.
Yes.
Obviously, the nothing means there's nothing outstanding about it. Like.
It doesn't stand out. That's good.
It really doesn't. Like there's nothing popping out. There's nothing memorable. There's nothing significant. There's nothing that's going to make you want to refer it to your friend. It's an okay. Like I would probably have a nut. Like it's drinkable. If I was there and coffee porter wasn't on tap, I'd probably order the nothing. If I bid, give me the nothing. Like you know, with a shitty face. Like I'm a little disappointed. Yeah,
I'm wondering if it's because this is last year's batch and maybe it's sat for a long time. I'm not sure, but they really concentrate on just chocolate, basically. It's a double chocolate. That's what I want to get. Like
that's what anybody would want.
Right.
If you're buying a chocolate described beer.
Their coffee porter is coffee. When we drink it, it's coffee.
It delivers in every way.
It's amazing.
Plus some.
Yes.
Right?
So I'm expecting this to be chocolate. Not even chocolate, double chocolate. Like I was expecting it to be too sweet for me because it's double chocolate.
That's what I expected.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it's not.
Just, you know, a little above average, you know, a little more than middle of the road, but, you know, it's underwhelming.
Yeah, 4. So the finish for me is still bitter. It's still lingering in my mouth. It won't go away. So I have to give this a 2 for a finish because I can't give it a 3. It just lingers. It doesn't dissipate. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't go anywhere. It's this bitter lingerness. So I have to give it a 2. So as far as the finish, I'm not crazy about the finish of the beer, which if you watch our channel, I don't like bitter. And this is extremely bitter.
It's bitter.
Yeah. So as far as your total, Janet, what do you give your total?
My overall rating for the nothing is a 4.2 out of 5.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Like, I think it could be great.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, based on the coffee porter and our review of that, like I know what Smog City and the porters are capable of brewing. So I'm hopeful. It was just kind of like the best word I can come up with for my overall is just underwhelming. Like it's not, to me, it's not horrible. It's a little dry and a little bitter. Definitely not the double chocolate or a double chocolate cake or anything, you know, in that wheelhouse. So yeah, that's where I'm at. What about you?
Would you give it a
4.2 overall.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.1. It's way too bitter for me. I obviously, based on the coffee porter that we love so much from Smog City, which is one of my top probably 3 beers I love.
Mine as well.
I was expecting double chocolate, and I'm getting bitter. So maybe
double bitterness.
Double bitterness. That's what I'm getting. Double bitterness. So
maybe you rename this double sourpuss or double sour face. Like somebody that's like has a horrible look on their face. Like
which Southern California, everyone likes IPAs, and they like the bitterness, but a double chocolate, and especially we were talking about chocolate cake, you want sweet, and it's way too bitter for me. So yeah, I gave it a 3.1. Gumbo Mud reviews at 3.65. It's above average beer. The porters know what they're doing. Like their coffee porter is one of the best beers we've ever had. So I would love this beer to get tweaked to be a chocolate cake, double chocolate port, stout. Yes, and especially 9.3. It doesn't taste like a 9.3 either. Yeah.
I mean, this beer could easily be tweaked and you know, be amazing, but it's way too bitter to be described as a cake, you know, or cake. Yeah,
the bitterness is just still lingering in my mouth. It will not dissipate. It will not go away, which I don't like.
Yes.
So, Gumbo Mud review 3.65. I definitely want to try this new version that they just came out with to see if they tweaked it at all, because a lot of times they will tweak the beers.
Yeah.
So, but for this batch that we're reviewing, which I think is 2018 or late 2018, 2019, early 2019, it's just too bitter. So,
okay, I'm going to make a suggestion. Maybe this is relevant, maybe it's not. Maybe try rounded nuts and not pointy nuts. Let's see where that leads us. If the nuts bring out more of the sweetness in that double chocolate cake.
Yeah, the pointy nuts kind of ruin it, right?
Yeah, maybe that
that might have done it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen or had pointed nuts, please do comment.
Exactly. Right. So, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, click the like button. And subscribe for more dark beer reviews. And I definitely want to get the new bottle of this, the new version, and try it and bring it to you guys. So
thank you so much. See you guys next time.
See you guys next time, and follow us on Instagram and for the latest videos coming out. So thank you guys.
We are at Gumbo Mud, GUMBO MUDD.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.